Supreme Court said the special voter list revision in Bihar is logical and practical. However, it raised concerns about its timing. The court said the aim is to be confirmed citizenship, which is fine, but the issue is with when it's done. The court also questioned why Aadhaar card is not accepted as citizenship proof. Election Commission of India asked to complete the process before final review. BJP social media head Amit Malviya has slammed the opposition over the issue of Aadhaar card exceeding the number of persons in Bihar's Himachal region. He claimed that in some Muslim majority district, the number of Aadhaar card exceeds 100%. Malviya said that this is why leftist lobbies are in favor of pushing Aadhaar as a proof of citizenship. He referred to the data shared in Aaj Tak program, which showed that Kishanganj has 126%, Katihar 123%, Araria 123%, and Purnia 121% Aadhaar card saturation, while the average of Bihar is 94%. In simpler terms, Kishanganj has 126 Aadhaar cards for every 100 people. The Election Commission is investigating these discrepancies, against which the opposition fighting a legal battle in the Supreme Court. Senior Congress leader Shashi Tharoor has once again created tensions within the party by writing a sharp critique on the 1975 emergency imposed by Indira Gandhi. In a new article, Tharoor strongly criticized her authoritarian policies and described the emergency as a serious threat to democracy. He warned how freedom was taken away gradually and how democratic institutions were weakened during that time. Tharoor also injected the opposition's current narrative that democracy is in danger, claiming that today's India is a far stronger democracy than it was in 1975. This has increased friction between him and the party. The BJP has strongly opposed the old decision by the Umar Abdullah-led government that made Urdu compulsory for Naib Tehsildar jobs in Jammu and Kashmir. The BJP called it unfair to Jammu and Kashmir's youth and said such policies divide people. They warned of big protests if the rule is not removed soon. The party said jobs must be based on merits, not forced language rules. Maharashtra's FD suspending Ajanta Caterers license after Shiv Sena MLA Sanjay Gaikwad assaulted a canteen worker at Akashvani MLA hostel over stale food. A viral video showed him punching the staff. FDA found hygiene violation during a 4-hour inspection and collected 18 food samples. Canteen operations are stopped from July 10. Russia plans to bring 1 million Indian workers by year end due to the labor shortages caused by the Ukraine war. These workers will mainly join the factories in the Sverdlovsk region. A new Indian consulate will open in Yekaterinburg. Some Russian companies have already hired Indians but face language issues. Russia may open training schools in India for better job preparation. US President Donald Trump has announced sweeping new tariffs on 22 countries, escalating his trade war ahead of August 1. Brazil faces the highest duty of 50%, followed by 30% tariff of Algeria, Iraq, Libya and Sri Lanka. Trump cited unfair trade and retaliation against Brazil's ex-president's prosecutions. Additionally, a 25% tariff has been imposed on all goods from South Korea and Japan. Trump also threatened 10% tariffs on all BRICS nations. Brazilian President Lula da Silva condemned the US decision to impose 50% tariffs on Brazilian import from August 1. The US linked the Brazil's handling of Bolsonaro's court trial. Trump accused Brazil of attacking democracy. Lula called the claims false, warned for reciprocal action, and said Brazil won't accept foreign pressure on its sovereignty. The US Secret Service has suspended 6 agents after shooting the Donald Trump's rally on July 13, 2024 in Pennsylvania. They got 10 to 42 days of unpaid leaves and were given easier duties. 1 person died, 2 were hurt, and the shooter was killed. Director Kimberly Cater resigned. The agency now uses direct radio with local police to avoid future failures. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has returned to India after completing his 5-nation tour. During his visit to Namibia, he addressed the parliament, calling it the temple of democracy. He praised the election of Namibia's first female president and highlighted India's democratic strength through President Draupadi Murmu's example. PM Modi said the constitution guarantees rights to even the poorest citizens. India and Namibia signed 4 major agreements on digital payments, UPI, health entrepreneurship and natural resources. UPI will soon launch in Namibia. PM Modi also honored with Namibia's highest civilian award, the Order of the Most Ancient Welwitschia Mirabilis. A 4.4 magnitude earthquake struck Jhajjar, Haryana at 9:04 a.m. on Thursday, triggering strong tremors across Delhi and NCR. Shocks were widely felt in Noida, Gurugram, Ghaziabad, Faridabad, Sonipat, Rohtak and Hisar, causing panic among residents.